know if you can hear the noise, but it is raining. So came in, of course I brought this one in last night and painted it here inside, and left the other ones outside, left the other pieces outside just because um, I was afraid. I knew the paint was wet-ish. I was hoping it was dry enough that the rain wouldn't hurt it. It looks like it, for the most part, it's okay. I see a couple spots where the paint came off. I don't know if it just didn't stick to begin with or what, but we'll have to fix that on the other piece. These pieces did okay. It's good enough. It's actually got something on it. I carried the other thing in that oil bath air cleaner. Drip some oil on it. Yeah, the water pump's in good shape. So we can assemble the water pump. I'll have to go get the old one, and we can put all that together. And then I went ahead and just threw a thin coat on the inside of the hood just to help keep it from rusting. This, like I said, this is supposed to be, this paint's supposed to stop rust, so I did not do any prep work. I just sprayed a coat on it. The outside turned out decent. I mean, it's a spray paint job, and it's not, you know, I'm not trying to make a professional paint job here. I'm just trying to keep it from rusting anymore. I guess I'll show you all the front piece in a minute, but like I said, it's raining, so I really can't work outside on the tractor any. I think what I'm going to do is just clean up here in the shop. The shop's a mess, and I'll clean up here in the shop, and then if it's still raining, I should still be able to start up the tractor. You know, I can't run it long because there's no water pump, but it should start up, and I could pull it here in the shop, and we can put it back together. So I think I'll start by cleaning, and then I'll see how time looks and how the weather looks, see if I've got time to pull it in here and work on it, or if I'm out of time for the day. So let's continue on. Alright, so here's the front shell, and for the most part the paint stayed okay. I see some spots right there. You know, we can always touch this up if we need to. Some orange peel, might have been some oil or something on it. Some spots like right here where it didn't stick, and I don't know if that's because there was something on it or if it was just still wet and the rain washed it off. But once it dries, we can maybe throw some more paint on it. But for the most part, it's decent. I mean, I'm not even going to say it's decent. It's good enough. There's the spot we've got to patch. So we'll have to just weld a little piece of scrap in there and re-drill it to bolt the hood on. But yeah, and we're gonna have to come up with some kind of a grill. I don't know if I'm gonna buy one or if I'll just use like a piece of expanded metal, maybe cut it out to fit. Yeah, this side's okay. That's not going to help things. Oil bath air cleaner leaked oil out. But yeah, this thing, like I said, it is not worth putting a lot of effort into it because it is so rusted out. You know, the sides are rusted out, the fronts all rusted out. It's not worth doing anything to fix this up. It is what it is, and we're going to use it like it is for now. You know, it's not worth any effort trying to patch and fix this metal because it's just gone. You know, you'd have so much labor into fixing this thing. So I'm going to use it as is until I find something better. Alright, cleaning the thermostat housing, got it all cleaned up. Of course the hood's still there. I've got the water pump in here to get the rest of the bolts out. And we are ready to go ahead and assemble the water pump. Go ahead and get the fan on it, all that kind of stuff. We need to take this, this is the temperature sender. Need to take that out. Kind of blew off in here. Alright, we've got cooling system back together. We've got the belt back on it. And it tightened up decent. It's just a little loose. I need to get another belt for it. And I think what I'm going to do is actually order the right belt instead of, because this thing is completely stock, so it should just take a stock belt. So we've got the air filter still off of it for the moment, but I kind of wanted to make sure I had no coolant leaks before I put the front cowl back on it and the air filter housing and all that. So we're going to crank it up. The key is at the house. I forgot to bring it, and it's still pouring down rain, and the water in the yard is deep enough that I'm gonna get my shoes wet. So trying to avoid doing that. I've got the Mercedes over here. I can drive back, but I don't want to drive it back and forth a bunch and make ruts. So trying to only go back to the house when I'm done. So I'm gonna jump it off. Jump the solenoid. All right, that's on the solenoid wire. Let's turn the fuel on. Not have blow-by. PCB out right here. I just wanted to make sure we're not going to have any water leaks. I think I need to go get the key. I need to make sure it's not going to overheat. Make sure the new thermostat doesn't stick. So let me walk to the house and get the key, and we'll crank it back up with the key on so we can see the gauge. See if the gauge is going to work. Alright, so if you're wondering why I haven't painted this, it's because this seal is leaking, so all this has to come off. So when I take it off, I'll paint it. So I'm going to leave it for right now. I've got the key now. Let me go turn the fuel on. Also, I'm waiting to put my fuel shut-off on until I take this off to make things easier. Turn the fuel on. showing in the red. I don't think it is. It is, I don't think it's that hot. You know, I don't know if you can see me on picture, but I can put my hand on the radiator. It's possible, I mean, it does feel like it's transferring heat. So I think the thermostat is open. I think the gauge must be off, but it's just strange the way it's doing. Circulating coolant yet, but when I check it with the thermometer here, it's not that hot. It's supposed to be a 180 something thermostat. It doesn't look like to me that it's in the open yet. Temperature all around it, it doesn't seem like it's hot. Come down a little bit. I never saw the coolant flowing very much. I mean, it might have moved a little bit. And the temperature was staying. It didn't ever peg or anything. It stayed just kind of high. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and actually have two of these thermostats. Sorry, I just ate an apple and I got a piece stuck in my tooth. I'm trying to get it out. I've got another one of these thermostats. Put it on my birthday list, and two different people bought it. So I've got two of them. So I think what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and pull it back out. For peace of mind, it's 2 bolts. Of course, I got to drain the coolant again. But I'd feel much better. You know, my temperature gun, infrared thermometer, shows that the temperature is okay. The gauge shows it's running hot. I should have. I've had enough bad thermostats that I normally get it and I throw it in a pot of water and I watch it and see, you know, and check it with the infrared thermometer and check to see at what temperature it starts opening, just to make sure it's right. And I didn't on this one. Like I said, it pouring rain, but I should have taken it to the house and checked the temperature on it. So we're gonna do that, and if this is a defective one, we'll check the other one. So I feel I might ruin my gasket doing it, but like I said, I've got another one. I'd feel better knowing that it was a good thermostat. I could kick myself for not doing it. And then I guess we could always throw the original one back in it, but I don't really want to do that. It's also 188 as well. So we'll let this drain, and we got quite a bit of sediment in that radiator. We'll have to flush it at some point. We'll let it drain, and then we'll see about checking this thermostat.